The Lord be with you. Welcome to worship at the Stratum Community Church. Welcome to you if you are worshiping with us for the very first time, or if you worship with us all the time. Welcome to you if you are worshiping with us right here in person or here online. Welcome to you if you are of great faith or if you are of no faith. Welcome to you if you are gay or straight or somewhere in between. Welcome to you, no matter your race, your gender, or social status. Welcome to you, no matter what. My name is Pastor Wes, and I am the minister of this faithful congregation, a church that seeks to follow God's Spirit wherever she goes. And this Sunday, God's Spirit goes with us in the celebration of communion. All are welcomed at Christ's table here at the Stratum Community Church. And at the communion, our Sunday school will return and join us for this celebration, at which point you will be invited to come forward and receive both the bread and the cup using the center aisle. Once you have received the bread and the cup, you'll return using the outside aisles to your pew. Once everyone has received the bread and cup, we will have the communion together. If you need assistance during communion, just ask one of the deacons who will be helping you out of your pew. Our stewardship season is underway here. Many of you have returned your pledge cards already. Thank you for that. These are due by December 4th. As a part of stewardship, we will continue to hear a testimony during worship on how we are together for joy. So we'll hear about why we are to give to this church, and we will be invited to join in giving to this church. Our Sunday school continues today, and our young people will be dismissed with their teachers following our thank offering this morning. Our teachers today are Judy and Nancy. If you could raise your hand so our families can see you. Thank you so much for teaching this morning. Our new members class will gather next Sunday after church at 11:45 right here in the sanctuary. Lastly, I hope you will all stay following worship for coffee and conversation in the restroom, which is found right here in the lower level of this building. Are there any other announcements at this time? Oh, I see a number of them. Let's start here with David, and then you know what, Jen, I'm going to turn it over to you, and you can determine who goes next. Yes, we've got announcements.
Good morning. After church today, we're going to have the acknowledgement and celebration that was long promised associated with the success of the crop walk in our church. And that means we're going to pie the pastor. And that's right, he lucked out. In the absence of our chair, Ryan, of the Mission and Justice Committee, I will be leading the charge and emceeing, which means I believe the duties include taking 2 names out of the hat, 1 child, 1 adult, and we will be doing this activity right outside the restroom door here on the front lawn. So please join us for that, and thank you, Pastor West, for your good humor.
You are most welcome.
Hi. My announcement is about old-fashioned Thanksgiving. If you note in the bulletin and on the SCC News, we are bringing back old-fashioned Thanksgiving. We used to call it Colonial Thanksgiving. We're changing the name a little bit just to make it more a broader compass. And we invite you to prepare something, and this is going to be on November 20th, which is the Sunday before Thanksgiving, to prepare something that could have been served at the first Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving during Revolutionary times. So no canned cranberry sauce allowed. There are recipes in, Kristen has recipes in the office, a book that you're welcome to come and take a copy of a page of something you'd like to make. She's doing the Sign Up Genius, so we won't have all cranberry bread or all mashed potato, whatever. But be creative and do something with. There's a lot you can do with vegetables. A lot you can do with vegetables that could have been grown in a garden 100, 200, 300 years ago. So we'll all gather after church. Joe tells me the stove will be working, so we'll be able to keep things warm or bring a crock pot. And if you're comfortable joining us for a meal, please do so. If you're not, join us in spirit. And if you're not a cook and you really just come anyway, because we always have enough food. Marnie, you had a question? No?
No, it's the recipes.
Oh, the recipes, yes. Okay. Now I'm going to, I was going to say change hats. Small for me. Who knew I had such a big head? Anyway, I think Joan and I are going to team up on this one.
Because believe it or not, a month from yesterday, a month from now, I'll just say it from now, is Holly Fair. So we're teaming up to tell you that we need lots of help. And I see that Lucy brought baskets because some of the silent auction items are creating baskets. And if you don't have an idea of what you'd like to make, I even have a basket list of different kind of ideas. But also I have a sign up, like you could be a baker. You can also help us with cookies. I also need people to come and help. We set up the day before, which would be that Friday. I also have, so I need some volunteers. I need some people for the cafe that we're going to have a meal that we, I don't have the menu right in front of me. Do you have it memorized? Chowder.
Breakfast sandwiches all day.
Breakfast sandwiches all day, hot dogs,
And chili.
and chili.
Get your desserts at the bake table.
And the desserts are all at the bake table that you can have. So please see me after if you can help me in any way or help us in any way. And the other reminder is we've been asking you to save your diamonds. If you have any jewelry or diamonds that you'd like to, that's part of the not silent auction, it's part of the actual fair. And we want those collected by this coming week, like a week from today. We'll be taking all of the gatherings. Do you have any? Excuse me?
Greens on the 27th.
You need to make the greens.
Yeah, but I'll keep announcing this as we go on, just to help with the Holly Fair.
As you can see, I have baskets of different sizes and shapes. And I have a family that puts these in my garage. They just appear. And so I have a collection. I would also urge you to think about for the silent auction, if you have an item, brand new item that someone gave you for your birthday or for Christmas, I also find these things appearing in my garage. Brand new items. For example, I have a beautiful trifle bowl that is still in the box, still in the wrapping, never been used, and obviously was a gift or something that someone purchased, decided wasn't for them. Those things are also wonderful silent auction items because something that someone gave you that wasn't you or that you had one already makes perfect silent auction. So see me.
On the same day as the Holly Fair, after you've been there and helped Joan out all day and eaten all that great food, then we have an opportunity to celebrate as a church and to bring in the holiday spirit by marching in the Christmas parade in Exeter, which steps off at 5:30 on that afternoon on the 3rd. And what we're doing is we're trying to pull together a kazoo band, which has been a dream of the parade director for years. And they're providing us with kazoos. We're going to make matching scarves out of fleece so that we kind of look alike, and we'll march through the parade playing kazoos, playing Christmas carols. Kids, anybody's welcome to come. We're going to have wagons, so if kids get tired, we can pull them in wagons and just come help celebrate the church and bring in the Christmas spirit. And if you have questions, see Judy George Rye.
Thank you, everyone. Lots of opportunities for fun and fellowship coming up. Let us now prepare our hearts and our minds for worship as we let this morning's prelude wash over us.
Good morning. Good morning. Please stand if you're able and join me in the call to worship. Enter into the house of God. Receive the promises made to God's people long ago.
God's Spirit is among us. We will not be afraid, nor will we be troubled.
We are God's people. Take courage. God's Spirit abides here among us.
We are God's beloved children of the resurrection. Let us be together for joy, filling this place with the splendor of song and praise.
Please remain standing and join us in our first hymn, number 23, Ye Holy Angels Bright. join me in the prayer of invocation. God of Moses and Zipporah,
Show us that your Spirit truly does abide among us. Help us to have courage in your faithful presence. Your promise to us is your grace and all its beauty. Let us take heart in the words of the prophets and the teachings of Christ, so that our faith will be strengthened in this time of worship. Transform us to be people of your resurrection, living here and now, so that others come to know your love in all that we do and in all that we are. Amen.
You may take your seats. In our worship, we come to know that we have preferred our ways to God's. So let us make known our shortcomings so that we remember and know God's grace. Let us make our confession, saying together, Gracious Lord, whose still small voice calls us to follow you, and whose boundless love promises rest, we come before you now to admit that we have not loved as you have taught us. Our ways have not been your ways. We have failed to welcome you in all times and places. Forgive our foolishness, amend what we are, and direct us to what we should be. Amen.
God is gentle and humble in heart, slow to anger and quick to forgive.
God's love delivers us from all our sins and shortcomings. Through Christ's great love for us, we are forgiven. Thanks be to God. As God has given us peace through Christ, so let us pass the peace of Christ with each other. May the peace of Christ be with you.
And also with you.
Go and share that peace.
Peace, John. Peace, John. And Annabelle, peace.
The psalmist tells us to give God praise and to make known what God has done. We are to tell of God's wonderful acts and to give thanks for God's love. How have you noticed God's love in your life this week? At this time, you are invited to share a word of thanksgiving or joy and to give a thank offering as an expression of gratitude. Kindly make your way forward to our communion table where the deacon and I will greet you.
Good morning. This is a thank you to Christine Knapp. She will be leaving us for a while to join her wonderful husband, Casey, and we want to make sure that she has all our prayers.
Thank you, Patricia, and blessings, Christine, on your travel. And I hope that you will give Casey lots of hugs and warm wishes from us all here in Stratham.
I'm thankful that yesterday we got to have
I'm thankful I was able to be here this morning, and I spent last week in New York City with my daughter Julia and had a wonderful time. Some of you will miss you, but we'll be with you every Sunday. 1 week behind.
Right to give God thanks and praise, and we have surely done so. And for Sunday school.
Oh, lift me up.